Hello there everyone, me again. Welcome to part 46. In the last part we took out Metalcedramon, the first of the Dark Masters, and in all honesty it actually didn't take us long to eventually come up against him. Anyway, we're heading into the next area now. We don't really get to catch much of a break. One Dark Master goes down, we have to go and chase after another one. But this is a sub-quest that I'm doing first just because, you know, rank up possibilities and stuff. So kids are still mourning Whamon and the fact that he's given his life to save them. Mimi wants to do a Mimi wants to do like a grave or something, gather some flowers and stuff for it. It's more sentimental stuff. But hey ho, if it gives us the opportunity to rank up, then I'm all for it. So yeah, there's an item over here. I don't know. I'm surprised that wasn't there the last time, but I mean, it doesn't look that different from the area that we went through with Joe. But okay. I'm presuming it is. Even though that there's a Gizamon and a Betamon here. Just like there was last time. So what did Whamon do exactly? Did he just take us for a little swim and then drop us off at the same fucking beach? Just a question. It just kind of made the whole thing seem pointless if this area is exactly the same. But then again, it all looks the bloody same to me, so I could be wrong. And I don't want to fight you because you're useless. And, you know, I'm a woman on a mission. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to find these blue sparkles. And I'm well aware I cut off Patamon. Palmon. But that's because I thought it was just like what's happening now, just like she don't say anything, you just hear the bub 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 bub. Well, Mimi didn't really need to rank up with Hikari anymore, but you know, it's done. Like I say, it's always worth showing these off just so you can see how you can rank up. But every time you pick up like flowers, or blue sparkles I should say, that's what they are, you get a rank up with a character. And I'm down with any Kazuno ranks, long because you know when they're over 30, that's it. These flowers are easy to find in any case. Just keep your eyes peeled for the blue sparkles. There we go. Right, and that's a rank up with Kushiro, and I think that's it for flowers. Oh, wait, no. I think there's one more actually, by the sounds of it. So let's keep looking then. I thought for sure it was 3, but obviously not. Obviously I was wrong. Hey, I get things wrong. It's, you know, called being human. If you were perfect at everything, then 1, how the fuck did you do that? And 2, I fucking hate you because that makes things harder for people like me who aren't perfect. Okay. Is that it? We've got 4 sets of flowers now, that should be enough, right? No? Okay, I'm guessing there's one more. I'm just gonna keep saying I'm guessing that there's one more. I'm guessing that there's one more until I find all of them. Well, actually 5 makes a bit more sense than 3. Maybe I'm confusing it with the later mission. because there's a later sub-quest with Hikari where you also have to gather flowers and stuff for a grave. But I'm sure you only gathered 3 in Hikari's. It could have been that I got them mixed up. So, one more blue sparkle. It's got to be around here somewhere. Is it over here? No, because at this point you can actually exit the sub-quest and I don't want to do that, so I'm guessing I have to go all the way back up because I've missed it. You'd think I wouldn't be such a sourpuss given that, you know, Whamon just died. I should show some respect. Right, I don't want to battle you because you're useless. And there. Right by that tree. And every time Mimi picks up flowers, she's kind of like reminiscing and talking and stuff. But anyway, you get 5 rank ups. 1 rank up with each set of flowers that you gather, so well worth coming into this sub-quest, I would think, especially given that you don't have to answer any questions to get these rank ups. I love the silence here, it's very poignant. And you hear a roar that sounds like Whamon. I believe Whamon's spirit drops an item off for you at the beach. I'm not quite sure how that works, but okay. He gives you attack plus 35 and whatever item this is. Your friends will always watch over you. And drop items off to you in spirit. Why couldn't they have fucking done that more often? Could have done with that. So it's time to continue with our journey now. Oh, Mimi, stop. What the fuck are you doing? You just look absolutely ridiculous doing that. Anyway, let's move on. We've done that little sub-quest now, got about 5 rank ups from it, so let's continue on with the story. We're now going after Pinocchimon. Might take a few episodes before we actually beat him, mind, because it's not like Metal Seedramon where we actually jump to fighting him relatively quickly. Here we have to go through a few episodes before we actually get to fight Pinocchimon. So, we're now in the woods. And worth noting that the death of Whamon is still on everyone's minds. And obviously this leads to kind of question kind of arises. But anyway, Mimi's sick of fighting. I think this, in her case in particular, Whamon's death is still in her mind, as well as the death of the others. And I think Taichi was being a little bit unsensitive to her feelings in the matter. But Yamato's very much got into the mindset of why should we fight? Why does it have to be us? Now, while Taichi was probably a bit of a jerk, well, Yamato's going to be an even bigger jerk in the next few episodes to come. Now, you'd know that if you'd seen the anime. I'd say pick option 2 because that gives you the opportunity to rank up with Mimi, I think. Nothing happens with option 1, and if you pick option 3, I don't think anything happens with that either. In fact, everyone just thinks you're a jerk. That is Taichi, not the actual player. That'd be a bit Simpsons game-ish if they were aware that they were being controlled by a player. But you just keep running up to the next area. It looks like nothing's happened, but when you get to the next area, I believe that's when you get the opportunity to rank up with Mimi. Really did not want to end up in that fight, but shit happens. There's an item up here. Yeah, I've been going through the section of the game where you know, with the crossover special, I should say. And fuck me, is it tedious. I mean, it's the digital dungeon bits with like the crossovers. I thought that was going to be really cool because they brought all the other leaders in from all the other series of Digimon, and no, that part of the game is just really tedious. I'm debating whether I should just forget about it completely from the playthrough, because I really would like to move on from this game. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Just do the events based on the anime and the movie and just say sod the rest. So Mimi's really the only one you can rank up with if I remember rightly, so chat to her first, I think. And that's a rank up. I don't think you can rank up with the rest though, you just got to talk to him in order to proceed. You wouldn't get this though if you did not pick the second option. I would say pick the second option if only just for that rank up with Mimi. Every little helps, you know. Sora. Kushiro. Hikari. I'm wondering if this is the point where Hikari starts hearing voices, because that does start happening at around this sort of point in the anime, where there's this like mysterious voice that no one else can hear but her. Hearing voices in your head, not exactly a good sign. And of course these two have to argue again. And Takeru, I think, is even starting to see that Yamato's been a bit unreasonable. Taichi's attitude is kind of like, we have to fight. We have to avenge our friends who have been killed by these evil tyrants. And Yamato's kind of like, well, why does it have to be us? Anyway, our friends start slowly disappearing, until only Yamato and Takeru remain. Well, the Digimon are still technically with us, but you don't really see them. And it just focuses on the interaction here between these two, because this is roughly the point where their relationship takes a bit of a turn. And Takeru starts kind of coming out as a bit more independent than what it was initially believed. Surprising given how much of a crybaby he was when Yamato left him. Oh, God, at an earlier part, the episode where we finally got Patamon back. Mind you, that was Pico Devimon's fault, kind of, so let's just blame him. So Taichi and Mimi have been sent here. Sora and Kushiro have been sent to wherever here is. And it's worth noting that these characters are being sent to various locations by Pinocchimon, who has dolls of them and moves them around like his play area and stuff, and that actually moves the actual kids themselves. And that's weird, because Taichi's just been swapped with Kushiro. It kind of beggars the question, why does Pinocchimon feel the need to do this again? And all the Digimon are now surrounding Kushiro and Mimi, despite the fact that they were with Takeru and Yamato, from what I recall. But anyway, the Digimon all split up to try and find their partners. Because I don't think Pinocchimon can move the Digimon. They only had dolls of the humans, so I'm guessing that they must have swapped Yamato and Takeru with Kushiro and Mimi. That's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, wherever these two are... this is where things are going to kind of get bad for these two. Because Pinocchimon has been watching them. Well, he's been watching Takeru particularly. That voice sounds so sweet and innocent, but Pinocchimon is far from it. He's an ugly fucker at that. Anyway, he appears. And he wants Takeru to come and play with him. That sounds so fucking wrong. And Pinochimon's like, well, if Takeru doesn't come with me, then I'm gonna kill Yamato. Well, if there's one way of getting Takeru to go with you, it's to beat the shit out of a defenseless human whose partner isn't with him. So Takeru is desperate enough to protect Yamato that he agrees to go with Pinocchimon, which is very suicidal sounding. Takeru, haven't you ever been told not to walk off with strangers? Who knows what they could want to do to you? And the fact that he's saying he wants to play with you, God, that's creepy. So Takeru reluctantly leaves to protect Yamato. So that's that. Takeru's been taken away by Pinocchimon. And we end up going into control of Taichi for the time being. Because Yamato's obviously injured. So while they're chatting, while these two are chatting, I should say, we're reunited with our partners at the very least. So if we do run into any Digimon, we do have two Digimon that can fight them off. It's not just a case of the kids on their own. So what we got to do is go and find all the others. Despite the fact that Pinocchimon could easily just move us at any time. But he's being distracted by Takeru, so we should be able to reunite with the others without any real concerns. Plus I believe it's Takeru that ends up destroying the thing that controls where they all go. So you've got to go in a particular sort of direction in order to find the other kids. I think you only need to go straight up to find Kushiro and Mimi. But I think you need to go in particular directions to find Hikari and Joe. So there's some reunion here. And every time we find a group of our friends, we get a brief cut to Pinocchimon's house where we see Pinocchimon play with Takeru. Basically saying hide and go, hide, seek and destroy, if I remember rightly, it was in the dub. Basically Takeru goes and hides. If Pinocchimon finds him, he has the right to kill him. Jesus Christ, that's like the most fucked up game of hide and seek ever. I have no idea what they're talking about, presumably just what's happening. And presumably if Takeru tries to... If I remember rightly in the dub, they end up revealing Takeru's information, you know, whereabouts to Pinocchimon. I don't know. So we're back with these guys while they're just chatting. We've obviously got to find Hikari, Joe and Yamato. So... why the hell not? Saves us having to sit through that dialogue again. Save the game. And continue on up, I think. The specific directions that I need to follow in order to find Hikari and Joe, like I mentioned before. So I think we want to head up, if I remember rightly. A lot of it seems like you're wandering around in circles, but you're really not. At least I'm presuming that you're not. I think you want to go upwards, I know that. Ignore the Sneemon, who's no doubt looking for a fight. And I think we want to go up. I think it's the left pathway that I want, so this is the only one that I can think of that I've got to go up. Okay, it looks like I've come through at the bottom again. It is very topsy-turvy. It's samey looking. So I'm going to go back this way. Okay. I will find Hikari and Joe. Oh god. I swear to god they love to rehash this area. Again and again and again. I'm gonna try down. Oh, there they are. Found him. That was easily the most horrifying experience of Joe's life. Anyway, we cut back to another scene from here. That seems like the most brutal game of hide and go seek ever. So Pinocchimon finds Takeru. But Takeru's not stupid. He decides to try and outsmart Pinocchimon by saying that the game was just not fun and bringing up the fact that Pinocchimon has no friends. It's a bit school bully-ish, if you ask me, but, well, Pinocchimon was about to kill him, so I would say it's fair game. Perfect means of distracting him so that Takeru can get away. It's because Pinocchimon actually runs off to try and find a friend to prove Takeru wrong. So when Pinocchimon pisses off to do that, Patamon finds Takeru, and the pair of them escape. Of course, not before destroying the things that's sending the kids to all these different locations against their will. And, yeah, like I say, they escape. See you, Yamato. Takeru didn't need you after all. So with this reunion still going on, Yamato and Takeru are the last two that they've got to find. But obviously we know Yamato and Takeru aren't together anymore. No thanks to Pinocchimon. Thank God Takeru's a smart enough kid to get away on his own. So I can't remember exactly where I have to go to find Yamato. But I'm pretty sure I have to go somewhere that I've been before. I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if that was the case. Okay. Gotta ignore all these assholes.